rocking the 80s jacket with the cool collect memories not thing. Okay, never mind. Today I'm going to be processing some found Verichrome pan. This is 126 film. Unlike 127 film, this is still a roll kind of film, but instead it goes inside of those older Instamatic 104 cameras. And these cameras were popular throughout the late 50s and the 60s. And they're very nice, and I mean, I kind of like the idea of just going and having the cartridge in there. Sadly, this one only has 12 exposures, and to load it up inside of the tank, my stainless steel tank, made for 126, which is actually the same as 35 millimeter, just different perforations and a bigger negative. First, I got to go into the changing bag, take the 126 Verichrome pan out, and if you want to see what it looks like, I'll show you. Load it into the container. So I'm going to go do that right now, and then I will be back to process it. It is black and white, but I mean the chemistry of it's so much fun. What can you do? Otherwise, I'm going to go load this in, and I will be back momentarily. Alright, now that I've got it loaded up into the dark tank, or the developing tank, excuse me, I'm going to start with the pre-wash, and I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to make sure that there's no contaminants on my film. So I'm going to pour in the D76, and I'm not going to do like a full thing of D76. I'm going to fill it up part way, and then I'm going to put water in for the rest. And then I'm going to start the timer. And yes, these are at temp. I'm kind of sitting in a fridge at 62 Fahrenheit. I'm going to turn that on and agitate for the first minute. Nice agitation. And normally I'd recommend wearing gloves, just because you don't want to get these chemicals on your hands. Alright, so now I'm at the last and final minute of the developing process. And so far, I'm kind of excited to see what emerges. Because, I mean, who knows? That film's probably been in that camera for so long. I mean, I always love finding old film and processing it, because you find pictures sometimes of landscapes that were once something, but now are like completely different. I mean, that goes with all things being time changed. But I mean, it advanced so quickly, relatively speaking. But on that note, I'm going to finish up with the developer. I'm going to take the developer, pour it out, and then I'm going to pour the stop bath in. I'm going to do that for 30 seconds. And this is something that actually smells really bad and hurts your hands and all that stuff. So I'm going to take a little extra care with this one. Alright, now I'm going to pour the stop bath back inside the stop bath container. No, excuse me, it smells great. I'm not going to lie to you, it smells bad. And then I'm going to put the fixer in, which is something you don't want to get on your hands either, for 10 minutes. I'm going to start the timer just a little past 10 because I got to pour it in. And then I'm going to agitate for every 30 seconds. And you don't want to overdo it with agitation. So I'm going to get this, this loose fixer off my hands and the stop bath, and I will be back. I'm nearing the last minute of the Kodak fixer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse the negatives for 30 seconds before putting in the hypo-clearing agent. So now that the time stopped, I'm going to pull the lid off for a moment and pour the fixer back in, because I can always reuse fixer. I'm going to let it rinse underneath. There we go. For 30 seconds. And then what I'm going to do now at this point is pour the hypo clearing agent made by Kodak into the developing tank. I'm going to agitate for the first minute, and then I'm going to agitate every 30 seconds. Kind of the same pattern as the rest of the stuff. I mean, it's pretty much agitate. And the way I'm doing this is not the way that I would do other people's film, in sense, because this is found film. There's a huge difference between doing it right and doing it right. Because I just did 8 rolls and they're all hanging up in the other room. So this one, my hand's kind of tired. But I just did 8 rolls in a big giant tank. So this one's just for fun. But we're going to see if we get any negatives out of it. I also have Kodak Verichrome 64 I still have to do. After I'm done with the hypo clearing agent, I'm going to reuse it and put it back inside the gallon jug of what was water. Then I'm going to rinse the tank for 20 minutes. And you can't over rinse your negatives. I would say it's better to have it rinse longer and get all the contaminants out before you hang it to dry. Alright, now that the hypo clearing agent is complete, I'm going to pour that back in. If you didn't see it, it splattered a little bit, and that's kind of the reason why I moved my drink out of the way. 20 minutes. Stand up when you walk in the door, spin you around that old hard pine floor, rock you baby on the wraparound porch, underneath the magnolia blossom. Okay, at this point, I've got 30 seconds before I put the PhotoFlow 200 in, and then we're gonna finally see if we have images. It's really just exciting. Because sometimes you get some duds, and then you get some awesome images. You don't know, because you can't see film. Alright, 20 minutes is up. I'm going to pour this all out. And then, actually I'm going to put the paper towel underneath it. I'm going to pour some diluted water in the tank and fill it all the way up to the top. There we go. This is PhotoFlow 200. You want to put a very small amount of it inside. There we go. If you didn't see that drop, I put a very small drop of it, and I'm going to leave it in there for 30 seconds. Kind of pick it up and wiggle it around a bit. I don't know how bad PhotoFlow is for your hands, so I can't say anything. The PhotoFlow has done its job. I'm going to take it from the container here, which I just spilled a little bit, and I'm going to pour it completely out, and then we're going to finally see if we have negatives. Here's the big reveal. Oh, looks like we got something. Oh man. Alright. Looks like we got something on some of the frames. Doesn't look like we have too much though. Alright. We can't see it until we put it on the flatbed scanner, so I'm just going to hang it up and let it dry. And at least we can figure out what's on it. And how I'm going to hang it up is I have a hanger here. I hang it from the edge of the negative. And I'm just going to unwind it. If it'll ever let me unwind it. Okay, I'm at the bottom. I'm just going to add this as a weight to the bottom. And then it'll hold itself to dry. There we go. And I'll just let it dry like that. And then we're done. And I just hit the negative. How come every time I make these videos, they always have something wrong? Who knew? But I'm going to finish cleaning up. It's late tonight, as you can tell by the window. It is dark outside because it is almost 2 in the morning. 2 tonight. So I'm going to finish up here and I will post the whatever images are on this roll into the video, and hope you enjoy. This is how you process 126 film. So this is how you process 126 film. So that's always fun. And I mean, you can't really go wrong with 126. 126 was a format that was designed for the Instamatic, and they were really, really fun cameras. They were really good for the time period, I'll say. But now it is, I have to go. Sadly, I'll post the photos at the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. I do apologize for the interruptions that have occurred in this video, like my dog, or the person outside the door who's bugging me. But I will return. Who knows? But that's that. Peace.